Hi, my pupils. Hi, my pupils. I'm Miss Iman Sayed. Hi, my pupils. I'm Miss Iman Sayed from Learning Teacher Iman channel. Today, I will resume our summer course that I started in the previous videos. Today, I will continue the grammar course that I started last class. But before I will go to our new lesson today, I would like to say don't forget to make share, like, subscribe, share, like, subscribe to my channel. This is my channel to send you new videos. Let's go to our lesson today. Today our lesson is about asking questions. Asking questions. Asking questions. Last class we talked about this. As we told before, that the sentence in the statement form is consists of what I will explain on. I would like to explain in the separate paper to know it. The sentence in English consists of what? Sentence in English. Sentence in English. In English. Consists of what? Consists of what? Consists of subject plus verb plus object. Okay. You can say, while Miss Iman you explain the statement form, I would like to explain this statement form of the sentence in English to know how to make a question. Let's go to know more about this. When you say she plays tennis, for example, she plays tennis. She plays tennis. Okay, this is a sentence. Okay, this is called what? Called statement sentence. Statement, statement sentence. Statement sentence. Okay, statement sentence. What can I do this sentence in question? When I ask a question, or here we have plays because it's singular. Okay, what is the helping verb that we use to in this form, in this to make this to do the sentence in question? You can say does. We make invert. We invert the verb instead of subject. You can say does she play football, tennis? Okay, does she play tennis? And I put a question mark on the end of the sentence. I would like to don't forget to put the question mark. Some of you sometimes forget question mark from the sentence. It's important in the question form to put the question mark in the sentence. Okay, here is does, and we put play in the same form. If we say does and put s here, it will become here. It will become zero. It will become zero. Why zero, Miss Iman? Because we have plays here, the S here replaced is here by does. Okay, so it's not right to put the S and to put S in the verb. Okay, so here we have a helping verb to put the verb in the scheme like this. Does she play tennis? When we talk about the past tense form, we use did, and we put the verb also in the same verb. When in this we will talk about it later. Let's go to another one. If we say go, they go, uh, they go to school early. For example, they go to school early. For example, this is a sentence. Okay, this is a sentence. Let's go to know how to do this sentence. I use does with what with the singular form like this. Here we have go. Go is not difficult to do. Is not there is a difference in put the verb in the stem because the verb here is the stem already. So what can I put the helping verb here? I put do because they is plural. Do they Why do they what? Do they go to school early? So here we don't make a changes. Why? Because here is the verb in the scheme already. But here I do what? I put the verb in the scheme because we have s here. Okay. If we have s, I put does instead of s. I will explain later how to put in the past form to know it also. Okay. Do they go to school early? To school early. So here I can't do any changes. Why? Because the go is the same form. Let's go to another one in the past form. I would like to know. They went, for example, to the club. They went to the club. Okay. They went to the club. Okay. They went to the club. Here we have went. Went here in which tense? Went here in the past form. So went here in what? In the past form. The past form in the past. So what can I use here in this case? In this case, we use what? We use did. We use did. They did they. I'm listening to say this. We make a verb or make a scissor. We put the verb here. I replace when. But I will replace here when by what? By did. They. Here I invert the verb instead of the subject and put the subject later like this. Did they? Here is when the present of this verb is what? Is go. Is go to the club. The club. I will put it in the wrong way and we put zero to remind you. Okay. If we say here, when did they go? When did sorry? If we say did if we say did they went to the club, it will become zero. It will become zero. Why zero? Because as we talked before, that did replaced the past form. So did replace the past form, and the verb must be in the steam. Okay, you can't do this mistake. You can't do this mistake. Okay, because some of you can do this mistake. Okay, so now we know how to make a question in the different form. In the present form like this, in the past form like this. Let's go to our lesson to continue our lesson and know more about this stuff. I think you understand what I explained here, okay? Let's go to our lesson today to continue what we would like to know today. We can change sentences from affirmative into questions in some ways. Here is main rule. We use do before the subject as we know in the previous slide. When the verb is in the present form like this, they like reading. As we thought, I explained in the last slide. I told you how if the sentence is like this, we put what? We put do. So here, do they like reading? And I would like to don't forget the question mark. And here can't do any changes because the verb here is in the scheme. Let's go to another one. Here is does. We use does here before the subject. She likes fish. Here likes in the present form, and you have s. So I replaced s here by what? By does. Does she like fish? Did. As we told, as we do it in the present form, I explained also in the last slide. We say did. Did he go to bed? We can't put a proposition here. You can say go to bed directly. Don't we have they here? Okay. Let's go to another one here. Some verbs we must put it before the subject, like what? Will, would, shall, should, must, get to, has, had, is, or, can, could, was, and will. Here is the example. Let's study these examples together. He is said. So what can I do this in the question form? I say is. I make a scissor like this. Is, we put the verb in the first in the beginning of the sentence and put the subject in the put the subject later, like this. Is he said he has sold his car? Has he sold his car? Let's go to another one. The WH question words. Here we have WH. Every keywords is used for asking about a suitable thing. Okay, the keyword is used for all the cases. Every keyword of this question ask about something about suitable something. Okay, about special something. Like we say, why to ask about what reason. So the ask when you want to know the reason, I ask by using why, and the rules that using does and did is the same in this way, like this. Why does he come to school? So here is I ask about the reason that he comes to school. You can say he comes to school to learn. He comes to school to gain information. He comes to school to meet her friends and make to make new friends in the school. He comes to school to listen to your teacher, to listen to your teachers. Okay, all of this can be the reason of this question. Okay, whom? Why when I use whom to ask about object person? Well, like that, like what? Who do they carry the books to? So here is asked about there is object person. It means the one who this thing. Okay, whom do they carry the books to? I can say my brother carry the books for me. Sorry, I don't want to put any word in here. Who do they carry the books to? Can say my parents carry the book for me. Okay, who's to ask about what? Ask about possession. Means something that belongs to me, like this. Whose book is this? You can if someone lost his book, you can say whose book is this? Where to ask about place, like this. Where did she go? Where do you live? To ask about place. Which to ask about person, things, and choice, like this. Which boys have written that composition? Who to ask about that? About a subject person, like this. Who writes the story? Who lays the table? We can say my sister lays the table or my mother lays the table, for example. When when you have to ask about what? Time. Ask about time. When did Jane came? You can say Jane. When did we have did here? Not so that the tense to be in the infinitive form. You can say Jane came at 5 o'clock, for example. Here is ask about when in the time. When do you come to school? I come to school in I come to school on 7 o'clock. At 7 o'clock, I come to school at 7 o'clock. Okay, let's do more about this. What is used to ask about persons, things, and jobs, like this. What has Mr. Adam done? So here ask about job. Can you say Mr. Adam is a doctor, Mr. Adam is a teacher, Mr. Adam is any job. So ask about job here. What is your father? What is your father's job? I can say my father is an engineer, my father is a doctor, my father is a teacher, anything. Okay? How to ask about what? About the state of the verb, like this. How wide? How wide to ask about the width, like this. How wide is the canal? How wide is the canal? You have a canal that the water comes from between it. So I ask about the width of this canal, like Suez Canal, for example. How tall? To ask about length of persons or trees, like this. How tall is Mr. Anyone? It's Mr. Anyone. How tall is that tree? Okay, let's go to another one. How old? How old to ask about age? How old are you? How old is your friend? How old is your father? Is your father? Is your brother? Anyone? Okay. Often here to ask about the times of doing something. I think we use it in the present simple tense when we explain the present continuous tense, the present simple tense later. We can know often that is used for how many times the fact happened. The fact is happened. Okay, how often does she go to the cinema? So I asked how many times that she go to the cinema. How many to ask about numbers. How many friends does he have? How many books are there on the table? How many friends do you have? How many friends does you have? Do you have? How many how many how many chairs are there, for example? Okay, so here how many to ask about numbers. How much? How much to ask about quantity, like this. How much money does she need? How long? How long is asked about a period of time. A period of time and length of things. How long did Mr. X or Mr. anyone stay there? Okay? How high? How high to ask about the height of buildings, like this. How high is that building? How heavy to ask about the weight. How heavy is the sheet? How fast to ask about speed? How fast do you drive? To ask about this, the distance, the speed. So how fast here to ask about the speed. How far? How far here to ask about the distance. There is a difference between both. Between the fast ask about speed, sorry, but how far here to ask about the distance. There is a difference between the speed and distance. Okay, you must know the difference between them. Okay, here is how far. How far to ask about the distance. How far is London from Paris? So I asked the distance between London and Paris. How deep to ask about the depth? How deep is this canyon? Not some mistakes. We have some mistakes here, and I corrected below the wrong one. When we say do they their exercise, no, it's not they do. It's do they do. You have zero here wrong. Do their exercises. They love reading English. Not say love, we say like. Do they like reading English? Love is not used here. Okay. Today I finished our lesson. Next class we will have a new one. Thanks a lot. Until we meet again. Goodbye.